start out here with the muscles. We've got here the very thin platysma, which is important for facial expression. And after removing that, we see the, what muscle is this?
Masseter?
The masseter muscle. And then what was sitting up here that we tore away?
The temporalis.
Temporalis. So remember that the temporal line and the temporal fossa are named for the temporalis muscle because it connects along the temporal line and then it sits in the temporal fossa. Okay, so we can see here after cleaning away temporalis muscle, we can see the shiny surface of the pterygoid muscles here, and we can also bring ourselves around here and feel and find that these are the pterygoid muscles from this view.
Nice. Perfect.
Okay. Then we have a very superficial muscle that surrounds the eyelid, which is the Orbicularis Oculi. And then the one that comes around the lips, Orbicularis oris. Okay. And then this muscle here in the cheek is going to be the mucinator muscle. Yes. We also have here, you can see the fibers running down this way. And this muscle is going to elevate the upper lip and the nose. So that is the levator nasolabialis. Yeah. You can see some really nice sinus hair follicles there. Okay, coming back to the eye. Let's go ahead and cover the eye now. Okay, so we have, when it's closed, that's the palpebral fissure. And on each end is a commissure, or sometimes referred to as the canthi. Okay, so medial and lateral. And then we have, in here, this membrane is the palpebral conjunctiva. And then this portion that is on the, lays on the bulb of the eye up to the cornea is the bulbar conjunctiva.
Okay.
Okay, so your sclera is covered by that bulbar conjunctiva. So when you see inflammation and it turns all red, those vessels are within that conjunctiva.
Okay.
And so that's why it's conjunctivitis and not scleritis you're seeing.
Ah, that makes sense.
Okay. So there we do see the cornea and, as we said, the third eyelid. Right here, fairly nicely seen, is the lacrimal carbuncle. And it has two little holes in it. You can just barely see them on there, which are the puncta, which are the openings. Okay, those puncta then go into canaliculi, which then come together in a sac, which is the lacrimal sac, and then that gives rise to the nasolacrimal duct, for which we see the opening right there.
Focus. There.
So when we put fluorescent dye up in the conjunctival sac,
Comes out the nose.
it then comes out here. We watch for it coming out here to see if it's patent. Can you get it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay, let's look at some glands over here. This one is the parotid gland. And there's its duct coming over here. Maybe we can see, yeah, we can see in here, we can see the zygomatic salivary gland sitting right underneath the zygomatic arch. Okay. Then over here we had the mandibular salivary gland, as you said. And then this kind of triangular one here. This is going to be one of the sublingual. He calls it the major sublingual. I like to call it the monostomatic, because it is the one whose duct runs with the mandibular duct. Let's see if we can find it here. right along here to the sublingual caruncles. Okay. We can also see here some glandular material. And this is going to be the Paulista sublingual salivary gland. And so it just has multiple ducts opening up along the inside of the cheek here. That's why it's polystematic. Poly meaning many, stoma meaning mouth or opening.
Okay.
And then our monostomatic legs.